Mr. Major.
We want to thank you for joining us on our show. It's so late to speak on it, but we arrived alive. That's all that matters, right? Y'all slow people. What's up with that?
Yeah, slow down. It's nasty on the highway, so just take a few minutes and slow down.
You remember those lipstick and what did they used to call those lipstick videos for driver's ed? Hair and lipstick. I don't know.
I didn't do driver's ed.
Remember they show like bodies all over the highway. Don't be the person on the video. That's all I'm saying. Drive slow.
You did driver's ed?
Yeah, I cheated on the test though, but I'm a good driver. Good driver since I was.
Says you.
He says no. That face said no. You're
I've only had one accident that I've caused. One, two, like over it, and I've been driving for 20 years. How do we get on this topic? That was me, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was you.
Anyway, this is our show, Speak On It, where we like to keep it fun, keep it real, and keep it aligned with the Word of God.
Yes.
Yes. And so today we are going to be talking about two little topics, some fun topics.
Why did love get a bad rap?
Yeah, why you so mad at love? Love. I ain't done nothing to you. It was Bo from jail. That's who did something to you.
I know a Bo that's in jail. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't know.
I had an Uncle Bo.
No.
Yeah, he had smelly feet.
Hi, Uncle Bo.
he passed. R.I.P. Uncle Bo.
R.I.H. Facebook. R.I.H.
Rest in power.
Rest in everything.
Yeah, just rest. Don't come back and haunt us. Yeah. So it would be the stinky feet smell that I was smelling. Like, Uncle Bo, is that you?
And I'm out of there. Done.
So we're talking about why did love get such a bad rap, and we're talking about Valentine's Day because it is upon us, the holiday of love. You do that little love thing that the kids do. Ours is not as cute as the kids.
Yeah, you got little bitty hands.
The kids ain't cute either, so.
Oh. So it is the day of love. And so we're going to talk about who is Valentine's Day really for?
I'm voting for the men. We got
who
to take some power back.
Besides K Jewelers and...
Right.
They $29 ring.
The K Jewelers and I can't even think of the name. Like a restaurant.
Well, Every Kiss Begins with K is the first one, and then he gonna take you to like a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
So Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beyonce made that a little hot.
I can't even think.
Have you earned your Red Lobster, buddy?
Have I?
I'm just saying.
No, have I?
Yeah, you earn macaroni and cheese. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Anyway, let's see. All right, so we're just gonna move right on into the first segment for today. We had mac and cheese today anyway. So we're gonna move into the first topic of today. Why did love get such a bad rap? Why do you think that love got such a bad rap?
I think love.
What do we mean by that? Maybe let's start there.
Well, my opinion, I think meaning love get a bad rap is because, sorry fellas, men use love to get in the draws.
Yeah, y'all do.
So, I mean, that's the first thing to come out your mouth. And that's one of the rules. Never say you love her. But that's what happens when you're trying to get it bad. And you be like, I love you. And there it is.
Why do we still fall for that, ladies? Like, that is like really 1993-ish.
That's later than that.
Girl, I love you. I mean, but like...
That was 70s and 60s.
I'm not saying when it dated back, so I'm just saying, like, really, come on, it's 2018. I was going to say 2017. It's 2018. So, like, why have we not learned that is a lie? Like, why are we still falling for that? Oh, yeah, girl, I cheated. Like, I watch a lot of Maury for research for the show. And
that's her co-worker.
And Steve Wilkos, he has the really good one, but Maury's the good one. Let me tell you, so why did you cheat with 15 strippers? I did it, let me tell you. Mm-hmm. But I love you, girl. And
the girl just suck it up. Oh, he loves me.
So now you mad at everybody. Now let me tell you what's
trying
funny.
To fight everybody on the stage because he's in love with you.
Right.
Supposedly.
And I don't get that either. We're going to talk about that. Why do we fight the girl? Like.
Because you don't want to lose that thing.
What?
Because you can't fight him.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yes.
And one girl on Steve Wilkos, I think it was, and she kept coming back. She was like, so he was at the Safeway and he was flirting with the girl at the counter. Now, one girl at Safeway didn't know you were married or in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So she is an innocent bystander. So I climbed over the counter and I whooped her. What did you whoop her for? And then you just went back home with him. And then the next story was, so my friend came over and they were, I'm like, so I whooped her. I'm like, you can't go around beating everybody. So we're going to talk about that one day.
With regards to your Red Lobster, Ramon Javier Benitez says, I bought a box of Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix and it was trash. And I don't use love to get the box.
Well, most people, all people don't, but some players do.
Side note, that is a misrepresentation. We should do a class action suit on Red Lobster, whoever made that box.
No,
because it's not the same thing. No,
even
not the same.
Even like the box of White Castle, frozen White Castles, I just
We're
don't.
We're going to start a class action. That's fat people unite. Fat at heart. You just be fat at heart. And we're going to unite and sue them because those Cheddar Bay biscuits are garbage. I made it one time. Yeah, and the kid was like, Mommy, this ain't the same.
I can't do it because if it, it's never the same. It's never the same.
Yeah. No.
Never the same.
Anyway, we're off topic, but anyway, I don't even know where we were. See, now I'm thrown off by the biscuit. There we go. I'm all thrown off by that. But,
why do you think love get a bad rap?
I think because as women, from a woman's standpoint, I think that we get so wrapped up in wanting to be in a relationship and we hear love and we just so thirsty for it that, and I'm not using thirsty in a bad term, but we're so thirsty for it and so hungry for it that we'll just take it from anywhere. And we think it's love, but it's really not. We make comments like love hurts. Love is so hard. And love don't hurt. Love is not hard, and we talked about love last week. Love is patient and kind and caring and, those type of things, but never in there did it say love is hard. Love don't hurt.
People are lazy, and they confuse love. You have to work for it being hard.
Oh, yeah. That too. That's the savage side of it.
Y'all have another comment from Jennifer Porter. She says love gets a bad rap because she thinks it's all in your distrust.
Yeah, I put that on Facebook. I asked, people, why do you think love got such a bad rap? And a lot of people said trust. Because you putting your trust in somebody or something that you haven't done the work. You haven't done the work. You haven't done the research. You think it's love, and it's really not. But love can be one-sided, though. Unrequited love, I think.
No, it can definitely be one-sided.
But I think at that point you should let it go, though, too.
But is it love?
Right. Which brings me to my question, what's love versus lust? What's the difference of lust versus love when it comes to you?
Lust versus love. Lust is just, I want physical all day. But if you're not wanting to hold the person or take care of the person before or afterwards, it's just lust. Now, if you want to, I might have said that backwards, but if you want to take care of the person and, do whatever it needs to be done to make this person feel loved and actually love them, that's love.
Yeah.
In a sense, I think I said it backwards. I still got macaroni and cheese on the brain. I mean, it was good, but it was all of this gourmet stuff, and they was worried about toppings more than cheese. The heart is in the cheese. It's
macaroni and cheese.
You wouldn't believe how much dry macaroni it was.
All them white people.
Hashtag white people shit.
Right.
And it was crazy because of the people. I told him when I was looking around the room, I was like, yeah, this is a very unique group of people in here.
I got another comment with regard to lust and love. Nakilah Simmons said, lust is the idea of the person, not all of the person's flaws and all.
She said love is?
Lust.
Lust is the idea of the person. Yes. Very true. That's a good one. Because we try to keep it aligned with the word of God, right? Made me think about the story, and I did go into detail. So, for those you don't know, I wrote 2 books. One is called Why Smart Girls Do Dumb Things, and The Guy Who Loves Them. And in that book, I take women from the Bible who go through situations that we go through now as women in today's society, kind of make the Bible relevant again. Anyway, I talk about date rape. I talk about Tamar, and although, I go into more detail in the book as far as her role in the matter, But one of the things that, so her brother Absalom, if you don't know the story, so he just wanted Tamar. Now, I know, brother, they were half brothers and sisters and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, this is back in the Bible times, not in Kentucky.
This still don't make it right.
You're not talking about Tamar Braxton?
No, not Tamar Braxton. Everybody like, who she talking? No, not Tamar. There was another Tamar. And so he just had to have her. Mm-hmm. He had to have her. And he had to have her so bad, he was sick in bed. He wanted her. I love her so much that I'm sick with love. Booty. You know, and so he concocted this big old lie to get her into his bedroom. And basically what he did was he raped her. And at the moment he raped her, and at the moment he raped her, he kicked her out. Mm-hmm. He hated her more than he loved her. You know, so the love that he thought he had, which was really lust, because he was just desiring her sexually. Mm-hmm. And we know that because he didn't have any kind of intentions on keeping her. Mm-hmm. You know, so now, because, you know, back then your virginity was important. She was like, just keep me. Just, you know, she's begging to stay with her accuser. With her, not accuser, but her rapist. She's like, just keep me here, make me your wife. You know what I'm saying? Because now can't nobody do nothing with me. Mm-hmm. And he wouldn't even do that. And so that's how we know the difference between lust and love as well. He thought it was love, you know, because he was sick in bed with it, but he really just wanted a little shot.
And, you know, I just got an idea about lust and love.
What's that?
I don't know if it's funny or not, but but if you're done and you go get a glass of water, that's love. if you don't get if you get her a towel, you know, if you get her a towel, that's love. If you just be like, I'm going to sleep.
You want to clean up duty and make the rag warm and not cold.
I got a question for y'all. So you got a comment that said people really don't know what love is. Love is sacrificial. Do you guys agree with that? Do people know what love is? What is it?
You want me to tackle?
Yeah, take that one.
I don't think that people have a healthy understanding of what love is. I really don't. I think that we kind of, a lot of times those are things we should learn at home, different, you know, ways of love, being loved by people and stuff like that, and we don't necessarily see that. And so we just think it's the first thing to come along and kind of favor love. And I don't think that people really know what it is. And love is very sacrificial. And somebody told me, no, it wasn't one time. And I'm like, no, you sacrifice for love. You got to get up. You got to work hard. You know, you got to
get that towel.
Press.
That cup of water.
What I got to deal with?
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to be all, like, knowledgeable. And you like, go get the towel, girl. Anyway. He had too much macaroni and cheese at the fest today. So anyway,
lack of cheese.
You know, I think that we don't understand how much work it takes. Mm-hmm. And that's why people get married and it fails, because we get married, we think, oh, we married, it's going to be so much fun. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of sacrifice. It's a lot of being patient with each other. It's a lot of helping each other grow and growing for yourself and developing each other and, you know, doing things you don't want to do. I don't want to get the cup of water. But I do anyway, because I love him and it's sacrifice. Just period. I told y'all the story last week after an engagement. And that wasn't no nasty stuff. I don't know how people feel. We wasn't even doing any of this.
Couldn't even see it.
Oh, we wasn't doing any of this.
Didn't hear that.
We just sitting on the couch, but you know, he just wanted something, and it's that but it is a sacrifice. I think it's very sacrificial. I think people should have more of an understanding of what love really is before they jump into relationships. So.
What about jumping into sex? Should they know what that is before they do that?
Where it's going to lead.
Yeah.
I think if you can't get her out the house, don't do it.
I think that you got to be honest about what you want. As women, we are not honest about what we want. I hate to use the example, but like Scissor, you know, the weekend. We say we're going to be the weekend girl. We say we down with the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? We down with that whole lifestyle. But even Scissor, by the end of the song, wanted extra days. So even she had signed up for something she wasn't even really wanting. You know what I'm saying? And so we signed up for these relationships where it's just sex or whatever the case may be. And we say, oh, that's what I want. No, I'm cool with it. I don't mind that. That's good. That's what I'm looking for anyway, when deep down we really want to be a wife.
See, but I think a lot of women want to use sex to get the relationship. You know, because it's more, it's like a sneaky tactic.
Yep.
You know, it's a sneaky tactic. No, I'm good with just being friends with benefits, and then by the third time, you know, in the women's mind, they got it all planned out, the wedding and everything, and he's just still over there like,
He just enjoying
I'm about
the
to go
time.
over here, yeah, you know. So
Yeah.
Right, she done got a drawer. She's staying.
Yeah.
I'm
wearing your
this
socks
over
and,
here.
you know, come home and you know, she
It just
just
makes sense for me to
chilling.
keep my toothbrush right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back.
Right.
And then when you just look at another female at the bar or something or wherever y'all at out to eat, and in his mind, he's just y'all still just friends, and
It's
you
never
know.
just. I don't think it's. Fellas should stop. Y'all not naive. It is not. Oh, we're just friends. You think
it's not. It's
you
not
know
the
women
men
really
being
want more.
naive. It's the women, because the men will say, you know, I just want to be friends. You know, so if we do end up having sex, you know, afterwards, I'm not getting you a towel or a cup of water.
Actually, I'll need you to get your Uber, which is on the way because I pre-ordered it before we got started.
Exactly.
And
And
they'll be here.
I planned on being done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah,
that's what it is. You know, I think men are more upfront than women. Women try to use sex as a.
But sometimes it's not always sneaky. Sometimes it is just I think more women have sex with men. I think there are more women out there having sex that don't really want to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would rather not have sex. You know what I'm saying?
But they do it anyway.
Because they want to get with somebody, but it's not in a vindictive manner. Oh, some women are like, oh, I'm about to. You got a question?
Can I have a comment?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not siding with Stacy because Stacy's a guy, but I want to add something to that. Men are a little bit more direct than women are.
Yeah.
That guys will say, you know, a lot of my male friends will be like, oh, you know, I just got out of a relationship. I'm just not looking for anything, you know, serious right now. You know, you cool, let's kick it in, you know. And I think women go, oh, yeah, no, that's cool. We could, you know, hoping when he's ready to change,
Should be
you'll be
chosen.
there
Yeah.
to, you know, and I think that happens. I think that, not saying that women have ulterior motives, but I just don't think that women are as direct as they think they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when a man says something, I think a woman thinks like, oh, you don't really mean that. Like, oh,
I really do.
No, I really do.
I will agree with that, and I say that it usually is because we're hoping that in that line that he'll choose us, but
Or we change his mind.
we change
Like,
his
I know
mind.
you think that now, but once you get a piece of me,
Once you really-
be in a relationship with me.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on now, who wouldn't? Yeah, I'm doing you a favor. Yeah, and that's not how it works. Usually, what happens is he'll choose the other chick who didn't give him none, and who held out, who had the standards. Because when he is ready, he's not gonna really pick you because probably in his mind too, he might be doing it with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of times that's where we mess ourselves up, and we're so desperate to be in a relationship. We're so desperate to be in love and in a relationship that we're signed on to something that we really don't want. And we cool with it. We're not really cool with it, but we kind of cool with it. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Because you got that person there.
right, just because I know on Thursday and Friday, you know what I'm saying, that I got somebody, and I'm going to fill in the rest, and hopefully sex him so good that, you know, he going to add on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
See, but that's kind of
Witchcrafty?
it is,
Kinda harlotry.
but it's kind of true because once you get a man, you know, you got to give it. You know, you got to give it.
Got to give what?
The box.
Bone chuckle, wow, wow. I sure
He
did.
did.
I'm glad y'all brought it back there because people are going in on comments on this wet spot. Like,
The West?
Wait a minute, what west spot? See, I thought I was doing bad.
Listen, he was saying you're supposed to lay in the wet spot. That's love.
If you lay in the West spot, that is love.
Who said west spot?
Nakilah. Wait, and Nikki said
The
it.
wet spot earlier.
We talking about a
I
wet
said a
rag.
cup of water.
Ramon Javier Benitez says, I'm not going into the wet spot. I'm selfish. Oriana
Selfish.
Gibson said, the wet spot belongs to her.
If you create the West spot, you lay in the West spot.
Oh my God, this is so terrible.
But if you really love me enough, you're going to go get a towel.
This is hilarious.
That's love.
and lay it down first.
That's
Nobody
I
want to
ain't
lay in
gonna
the
say
weird
that's
spot.
love.
Can you imagine like the mattress of some people? Like,
think we ought to invent something, a sheet that you can just peel off, just layers
the
of
love
sheets.
towel and
Yeah.
have like we might work on that. Work on the love towel.
What y'all think about love at first sight?
Yep,
I think it's real.
you do.
I do. I mean,
Kind of, sort of, but then like reality tells me like it might be lust more of, you know.
it can be one-sided, I think. But I think a person can fall in love with you, you know, love at first sight. But if you're not feeling it, it's just not.
Is it like a baby love? I mean, remember
Yeah.
we talked about the different stages of dating, and I said one guy said after marriage then comes love because it's all of that sacrifice and that sacrificial part of it. You know what I mean? I mean, because when I meet you, I don't know. Love at first sight. When I meet you, I don't know whether you are really a stand-up person.
But I think some people have that insight on, like, if when I looked at you when we were little, I was done. I was done. I mean, real
Probably
stuff.
like my
I was done.
corduroys or something.
What?
What's popping? My corduroys.
I like the way you do your tight rolls.
my tight rolls at the bottom.
At the
I have my
bottom.
hair flip like a little flip up.
in one of them, what you call it, buns or
Oh,
whatever.
French rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, but we were younger then. I mean, but it's always an exception to the rule.
Yeah,
Like I
it
tell
always
people,
is.
like don't look at our relationship and be like, oh, look, it's this and this and that. You know, we got it easy because I feel like we've always been in love.
Mm-hmm.
Like the love never went anywhere from that first moment. So that's how we knew it was real. But I think some people, if you can't fall in love over and over and over again at first sight. You know what I'm saying? Because you love that Jordan.
See,
or
some
something
people
like
just
that.
be crazy.
I
Yeah.
got a comment on that. Can I say a comment?
Uh-huh.
I think men fall in love at first sight. I don't think that's women.
I don't
I
think-
don't think that's us. I've heard many men say, as soon as I saw her, I knew it right then. I fell in love with her
Yeah.
right then. Not that it doesn't grow, not that it doesn't evolve.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is in men. I think that's in their heart.
Really?
We have other things we are concerned with as women, particularly, for a whole bunch of issues. But
Yeah.
I believe in the heart of men that it's them. I really do.
And with that, I would say that, in the Bible, a lot of times the strong relationships, they looked and they knew that they was their wife.
Yeah.
They looked at her like, Leah and Rachel and, I can't think of his name, Rachel's husband, Jacob. Yeah, so he knew he wanted to marry Rachel from the start and then did the work to get her.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those strong relationships are love at first sight. So maybe it is a male thing. Maybe that's, guys saying, hey, that's yours,
Possible.
and wrap it up. But we just like, he cool. You know what I'm saying? He cool. He alright. I might give you my number. Settling for love. This is the last time we want to talk about for love at first. For why did love get such a bad rap? So I want to talk about settling for love and looking for love in all the wrong places.
Looking for love.
And
All the wrong places.
just when we were in church last week, he was talking about the children of Israel in Numbers 32, talking about that there was a couple of those little tribes that settled on the other side of the Jordan because they liked it there, but it was still the wilderness, and it was cool for them, but God had so much more on the other side. And for a lot of the women, when I'm speaking or something, I know women's like, for some of the women when I'm speaking and stuff, I always, talk about the fact that God's best. You know what I'm saying? You can see good guys. There are good guys, definitely. But are they the best guy for you? You know what I'm saying? And is that guy's best? And so why do people settle? Because it might be cool. I mean, there's a lot of cool guys I could have married. I've been, proposed to more than enough times. Most women have been at least 2 to 3 times. So they were good guys. They were decent guys. But I knew that they weren't guys best for me. So why do you think that women or even men are starting to settle a little bit more with Miss?
Because
I should do.
I think it's harder to find. People really don't know what it is. And it's comes so they don't know what God's best is.
Yeah.
So they are settling for, mediocre, instead of the best.
Yeah.
And they just don't know what it is. So they'll be like, oh, he's good. He's better than the last one. So, yeah, I'll marry you.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people get passed over because there are some people like especially in church you'll see it sometimes. You see men who are married to okay, women by society standards, you know what I mean? But they took the time to get to know her, and she ended up being the best for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as hard as it is to believe, you know, I've been dating somebody, and then they go to another chick. I'm like, she's ugly. What are you doing? I love all my sisters. I empower you all. But I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? But the girl side of me, if we keep it real, I'm like, she's ugly. What do you mean? Like, but she's the best for him. I wasn't the best for him, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I would have settled and eventually been miserable. You know what I mean? So I think that's another thing that really gives love a bad name.
And I'm gonna tell you one more thing: kids.
What you mean?
Men will stay with a woman
because
he got kids. It's cheaper to keep her. I mean, basically, you know, it's just real talk. I mean, they will stay. You know, they might do their little dirt on the side, but they will take care of the family. You know, just because it's cheaper to keep her.
Rolling Stone. Most of them was. We do our background history.
I'm still doing mine.
Make sure we ain't cousins or something like that.
Which we've had that scare.
Yeah, we have actually.
Yeah, her family's like Majors. Wait a minute.
We're related to me.
Y'all better go down the tree.
So
we're not related.
We're gonna roll right on there. I know some of y'all probably peeping at the Super Bowl. We're gonna roll right on there too.
A lot of y'all do have a lot of views.
Oh, do we? Also,
you got a few comments before you go.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna find my little info.
Let's see. We got people. Oh my God, Corian needs to get off of here.
No,
Corian said,
Bring it.
Fall in lust first. And then he's like, oh my God, please leave the big book of lies out of it.
Tell him what show he's watching.
Right.
Well, we keep it aligned with the word of God.
Yes.
But I love to debate it though, so hit me up.
Yes.
Can I say this though about you, like legitimately, I do believe like you have to be attracted first.
You do.
You do.
You see someone across, you like, oh man, she's fun. Like you don't go, oh man, I can see from over here her personality is some BS.
Yeah, you got to have lust because if you see a chick with fupas everywhere,
Oh my God.
it's
Oh my
just
God. So
it's just not going to do it.
Listen, you
It
have
is
to
amazing.
be
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying she or she does, but I mean, it's kind of.
And we
I'm
do
not
too
saying
sometimes,
you're.
but we kind of look at it, you know, with women. Okay, sorry, my white sisters. I feel like sometimes in white ladies, a residential white guy can help me out. You know,
Can I?
Oh boy.
probably not.
Oh boy.
You know, I feel like sometimes like white women, they will look at a man and say, you know what, he's not that cute. He's short. He look like he's going bald at 20,
But it's
but
wildness.
he's in law school, and so it's going to be
real.
stable.
Ride that out.
They will ride it out and cheat.
They don't even pick dudes in law school. Let me. Listen.
No.
That is a myth. I know women. I know career women. I know 3 of them. I'm not making this up. I know 3 career women that have great careers. One of their husbands legitimately is a landscaper, and not like he owns the company. He works for somebody else, and the majority of his landscaper work is shoveling snow during the winter. He stays home with the kids. I know another guy who's married to a lawyer. She's the lawyer. He's a stay-at-home dad. Like, listen.
Are they white or black?
Oh, these are white men. You were talking about
Oh,
white
okay,
men.
yeah.
I think that a lot of them is just like, oh, you choose me? You want to do? Let's go. I think they're less shallow than black people. I think they're less superficial than black people. Black people gotta have, he ain't over 6 feet. He ain't got 6 figures. He ain't got this car.
Yeah.
He ain't got over, it's like,
You don't match my education.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
it's too much. Like, and we get I would really love to hear what you're talking about, like, when you come up with evenly yoked. What does that really, truthfully mean in concordance with the word? Like, because, I've read it, but I've never really had it broken down to really understand, because I've had black women like, well, I got my MBA, you ain't got yours, we ain't evenly yoked. And I'm like, wait a minute now, hold on. Like, if we have the same ideology and beliefs, and I thought we were, but, you know, it's very bizarre in the black dating world versus the white one.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why you see a lot of white women get that brother who just got out of jail, didn't have this together, and they will polish him up,
mold him up, yep.
Or even the ones that we see like he ugly, he dusty, we've talked about people like that before, well, she took him and cleaned him on up, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And
but I think, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think that's what some women are missing. They want it right then and there, instead of taking a person and.
Look what I did with this fine specimen right here. My family, he was so unblessed. Look at him now. Yeah, ain't that right?
How much has he worked on you, though?
Oh, trust me.
No comment. You just gonna make faces.
Yeah.
I want dinner tonight, so I didn't have to work on her nothing. She was just
perfect.
Perfect.
I am. You know what? I thought I was perfect before I got in a relationship. When I got into the relationship, I realized I was not perfect. I thought, I'm a good woman, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized I am garbage. Like, that's how I feel in a relationship, because I feel like I don't get enough for you. So, I feel
enough
like
for me?
Yeah, I feel like I don't do enough.
Why?
I don't know. We're going to talk about it a little later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on my couch. Why do you feel like
we got to stick to the schedule. We're going to do it later. Okay, we're about to go to a little break, and then we'll be right back with the next segment of Who's Valentine's Day Really Is For, and our male alternative. You guys don't want to miss it. I also want to take a brief moment to talk about our sponsor, me. So Valentine's Day is upon us, ladies, but we want to find love the right way. So I do have 2 books. One is called Why Smart Girls Do Dumb Things, and The Guy Who Loves Them. Again, that book talks about some of the things that we do. Side chicks, competition with other sisters. We talk about date rape, loving yourself, all of those different topics. And then my other book is called 7 Days to Pray the Single Away. And the reason why this book is so different than all the other books is because it's a group book. You do it with a partner, so it's a help book. And you pray for your sister over 7 different principles out of the Bible. At the end of the 7 days, you will see how you have prayed the single away. And I promise you it works. If you do the work, it'll work for you. He's proof. And I got plenty other women who do the work and have come out a whole lot better. So, all right, that's my plug for my books.
I don't got no books.
You don't have any books yet. This is that development portion. This is that unevenly yoked, like, no, I'm just playing. We're going to get him yoked up. I don't even know if that's right.
Got plenty of yoke.
He got... I always end up back there with you, sir.
I wasn't talking dirty.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just playing. So we balance
shit.
each other. Anyway, we want to talk about the history of Valentine's Day. All right, so, because I like to look up stuff. So one legend contends that Valentine was a priest who served during the 3rd century in Rome when the Emperor Claudius II decided that single men made better soldiers. Remember back in football, y'all couldn't have any dates before football day.
Sorry, coach.
And those with wives and families. He outlawed marriage for young men. When Valentine's actions were discovered, Claudius ordered that he be put to death. So what he did was basically Valentine, he married them secretly. That's what he did. And so then another story says that he had, he went to jail for it. And so while in jail, he fell in love with the jailer's daughter, right? And so before he got executed, he wrote her a note and was like, love your Valentine, because his name was Valentine. And hence we have Valentine's Day. One day out of the whole year that determines our whole worth as in relationship and our worth as a couple and our worth as women and our value as men. And here's a confession. We don't remember what I got him last year for Valentine's Day. I tried to remember before the show and I'm like, yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't remember neither.
That's sad. I usually give really good gifts. So maybe he didn't get nothing. I don't know. Aw, I gave you my love.
That was good. That was enough. I was full.
Oh, sorry. See, this is why I said I need to step my game up. Anyway, Stacey, so I wanted your point of view on what do you see, what do you think about Valentine's Day? Who do you think is really for, and why do you feel that way?
Well,
Maybe you gotta go home with me later, so.
I know. I'm scared of you. But I think, it's naturally, supposedly for the women. It's like nature, birds, male birds go around making nests and got the colors all out, so I think that's what men do for women, got the tails all up and pulling blue lint from everywhere and making a blue nest. But I think, it was naturally for men to seduce the woman,
or woo the woman,
or whatever, and
it's a wooing,
But now it's 2018. Some of us good men want to be wooed, come home and got candies and balloons and roses and just and it's no ego thing, but good men put forth very best effort all year long, so. And then Valentine's Day, then Mother's Day, then all the other days,
Birthday, Christmas.
Yeah. It's for the woman, K Jewelers, all year long, But I think some men just want to be like, can I have a Valentine's Day? They don't say it, but it's really.
So what would you like for a Valentine's? Did I take you somewhere for Valentine's? It's gonna really bother me. Like, what did I do for you for Valentine's Day? I know I did something.
We only can't remember because we're trying to remember.
That's
as soon
what
as
it
we
is.
stop thinking about it,
I'm gonna
it'll
post
be
it on
like,
Facebook. I know I did something for him. Maybe it'll come back up in my Facebook memory.
Or maybe you ain't do nothing.
Like, I ain't gonna bring that up today.
Right. So what is it that a man wants for Valentine's Day? What is it to make you feel special?
I mean, anything. To me, I'm just talking to me personally. I'm not a big gift guy, or I'm.
I hate giving you gifts.
Why?
Cause you act so crazy about it. Ugh, you ain't gotta do nothing. Oh, I don't want this. But you do want it. It's okay to want it though.
It's okay to want it, but it's not a need. You don't need to give me anything. Give me a hug, kiss,
I got that on.
cook me some dinner, some chili. That's
Maybe that's why I don't remember what I got you for Valentine's Day.
I stand by that. So you don't have to give me anything.
So in Stacey's imagination, what would you want to come home? What do men really want for Valentine's Day?
I don't think the show is ready to go there.
Oh my God.
But we will.
Yes. But we will. We might as well work our way up to the end, because the end is just as juicy as anything.
I mean,
so.
I think a typical man wants the idea. Come.
You want some flowers?
I would take flowers.
You want some petals on the bed?
I sure do.
You want?
I mean, I would like that.
Candles.
Yeah.
Somebody taking notes from candles.
Just start at candles. A nice fat steak. With some macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Macaroni, cheese.
Cheese, macaroni, cheese. Okay.
And cheese floating in macaroni. I mean, macaroni floating in cheese. We ain't gonna go there. We talked about it earlier.
We did.
But just a dinner, just some, show me that you love me. Just like I would do you.
Okay.
So. I mean,
I got you.
Then if we still going there,
You got a comment from a Matt Berryhill. He says,
Matt.
Brother Matt.
men, he wants a day to recoup and relax.
Yes. Leave me alone.
Here's the remote.
Yeah.
So.
That's easy.
Is it?
See, with that relaxation comes stipulations.
Shout out to Matt. Hey Matt, that's my baby brother. He's headed to North Korea. South Korea. Why can't I get it right? Like, I don't know.
North Korea want to kill us.
Yeah, so he's headed to South Korea for a tour of duty. So shout out to Matthew. So we love him. So anyway, so I'm going to talk about the women's point of view for Valentine's Day. Now, all of that is true. We know K's, every kiss begins with K. It's very commercialized now.
You better get an endorsement from K's.
I know, right? Can I get one of those little $25 rings? It's probably not even on sale now. So, but, you know, so we know that it's the commercial side of it, like everything, Christmas, Easter, all of that. But I think that men still do. I think men still get a good night, though.
Yeah,
because
they do.
you know, if you laid out the candles, you got the nice gift, you get benefits at the end of the night.
But we gotta work for it. You know, we gotta bring you flowers.
We work for
gotta,
that stuff.
We gotta bring you balloons and
stand on your head, do a flip,
Chris
turn around, put some stilettos on. Can you twerk it like you work it? I mean, all of this stuff. We work for that stuff. We deserve that $25 ring. We have earned it.
See, okay, not saying this is her. That's the problem right there. You can't find a good man.
Why?
Lazy. If you got to put on, if you complaining about putting on heels or dresses or something. Yes, I went there. I'm sorry. That's true. It is. It is so true. It is so true.
Come back in the room.
It is so true. If you got to complain about putting clothes on to please your man, you need some self-check.
That's true too. I'm gonna come for y'all women. I'm gonna come for you. I'm gonna come back and save you. That's true. But I don't think men take into consideration some of the other things. Y'all want us to have been at home with 5 kids running around snot-nosed, y'all dinner cooked, and the house clean. Then you want me in some stilettos all night, and then you think I'm supposed to get up and make your breakfast in the morning. And that can be the reality for a lot of women because the expectation is high. You know what I'm saying? That expectation is, you know, we are doing a lot, or we got to go to work, and then we come home and we dealing with the kids. Now, luckily, this ain't always my life. You know what I'm saying? You help out, you know, but we got to come home. We got to feed the kids. We got to get them bathed, get them in the bed. Now it's 10 o'clock. Now you want me to go shower. Now you want me to swing around the pole in a pair of stilettos, and you ain't done nothing but sit on the couch and watch football all evening.
Well, I mean, a good man ain't just going to sit on the couch and watch TV.
Dang.
You know, a good man is gonna help you.
And when a woman got help like that, a lot of times she will
and
throw on some stilettos. She'll drop it like it's hot.
You got mad at him for doing dishes. I'm gonna remind you.
Thank you, Josh. Thank
It was
you.
a principle.
Thank you. We argued. You argued with. I can't even say I was an argument.
It wasn't an argument.
You was mad at me because I came.
It was the principle. That's what it was about.
But you know, a good man is gonna know.
What's next on my paper?
You know.
You ready to move on to another thing?
Yeah. What time is it?
We got a guest coming on.
We do got a guest coming on. We got a guest coming on. We are going to talk about Valentine's Day alternatives for men. We're going to talk about SBJ Day.
All right, we're gonna do a
With
quick break.
residential day. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. All right. Thank you for taking that break with us. Thank you for joining us on Speak On It. So we are talking about Valentine's Day. We have residential news expert Renee Atkins. She is
Hello.
part of the family. Tell them about your show real quick.
So I host FCN Prime News. It is our flagship show at the Fifth Column Network. We talk about news, politics, business. We also have Prime Sports. And sometimes we may have a guest for pop culture come on and talk about pop culture news. It's every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m.-ish. And it runs for about an hour on Mondays and about 30 minutes on Thursdays. And we just talk about news from a perspective that matters to our audience.
And you guys should definitely join in. Make sure you join in. So today we are talking about Valentine's Day, and we have a Valentine's Day alternative for the men folk, and it is called SBJ. Would you like to take it from here?
Yes, I will. So listen, February 14th, men, you know the drill. It is the day where you got to show your significant other how much you care. You got to rack your brain. You got to come up with elaborate plans. You have got to please your wife, woman, baby mama, side chick, whoever you need to keep for the next year.
Side chicks, the 13th and 15th.
Hey, whatever you gotta do. But you know, it's all cards. It is candy. It is means you got to razzle dazzle her.
Yes.
And the thing is, y'all know it ain't for you. It ain't got nothing to do except if the plans work and she loves it, you get that benefit. But at the end of the day, it's not for men.
Not at all.
There's no justice in that.
At all.
So that's why you got a holiday just for y'all.
Just for men.
Steak and a blowjob day.
We can't make this stuff up, people. It's a real place. It's a real thing.
Can I ask? Can it be a steak and a slow blowjob?
It can be
I'm just
whatever
saying.
you want. Whatever you want. Listen, I'm going to say steak and a blowjob day. It is simple.
If the steak is good enough, it's going to be slow anyway. Because I'm still full.
It is simple. It is effective.
No.
It is self-explanatory. Okay? No cards. There's no flowers. No candy, no frills, no razzle dazzle, and no BS. Ladies, all you got to do is prepare your man a steak.
That's it.
And if you're like me and have no skills in the kitchen, you take him to a fancy steakhouse and you let him order whatever he wants.
Make it rain.
And you got to save for this. Listen, I'm kind of broke, so I saved for this holiday so he can get whatever he wants. All right, take him out. You can even take the steak out. So maybe you order it from a place, bring it home, put it on the table with some candles. You know what your man like. You know what your man like.
Get dressed up a little bit.
Take him out on the town. You pay for the meal.
Mr. Mason is excited. He's like, yes.
That's what I just said.
That's what you just said.
That's what. Give me some. Give me some, please. Thank you.
Listen,
Thank
I've been a member since. Don't worry about it. All right, so ladies, that's what you do, right? You know how your man likes
Take
it.
your notes, ladies.
You can set it up at home. You can take him out, and then when you get home, you get to the blowjob. There is no excuse in 2018 for you not to know how to do a blowjob because YouTube has all the tutorials. Okay?
YouTube, yeah.
YouTube has tutorials. Even the website,
Don't forget the fruit.
BJday.com has tutorials.
I know everybody saw Girls Trip. Boom.
No excuse, ladies.
Grapefruit, don't like grapefruit, pineapple. You know your man, get him a little orange if you need it.
Listen, again, it is simple, it is effective, self-explanatory. It is every year, March 14th. So you can't forget it.
Mark your calendar, spellers.
You can never
March.
forget it. Y'all need to preach this to your
14th.
men. You need to tell your ladies, hey, just educate her. You can just text her the link if you want to. Drop some hints, what you gotta do. But this is the alternative. Because if men go in on the 14th of February, ladies, this is your chance to go in on that.
Now I can see that. That will motivate the male to go all out on Valentine's.
Go crappy on the 14th. It's going to be a crappy steak. No flavor. It's going to be dry. It's going to be overcooked. And it's going to be real quick and lifeless. Over here. Blowjob. Real quick. Lifeless. Like,
it does create a little healthy competition.
It does.
It goes all out on February 4th. You be like, oh, snap. I have got to come. Listen.
I got to come with it.
I'm not going to bust myself out, but I can tell you that the last time I celebrated this, I was watching hella tutorials on the internet on just how to do a sexy dance. Listen, I was practicing.
How did it go?
You know what? I realized Valentine was just so excited that I had on the stilettos and he wasn't even paying attention to the footwork. I was like,
Yes.
But you stand there in
Yes.
the outfit.
listen.
It's like a dance routine. Don't nobody know you messed up.
You gotta put in work. You can't be lazy.
Can't be lazy.
Can't be lazy.
Put that work in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I feel smarter just
I got a
knowing
question.
this information.
I got another question. What's the yardstick for?
Oh, it was my.
It's our teacher stick.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's also a part of my submission and domination collection. I'm just kidding.
Where can I get that online? No?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I am not expert in those things.
Ladies, don't come calling me talking about, oh my God, girl.
His leg is
I
broke.
don't know what to do. No. This day is for us. It's for all of us. Make sure we take care of midnight disclaimer because we got to keep it aligned with the word of God. Don't be having sex out here outside of marriage and then calling me because now you're upset because he done broke up with you. Because that's not pleasing to God. But this is pleasing to man if that's what you want to do. So.
We did it, fellas. We did it.
Y'all have arrived.
This has been around for like late 90s.
And they kept it secret from us.
It was on the underground. That's why you have to watch her news show because she gonna tell you stuff that don't nobody else tell you. Like I watched the news show and I'm like, I did not even know that. So make sure y'all join Treasure Name. What day is your show on?
Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. ish. You know, just stick around. We'll be on.
We are.
All right.
We are
Colorful
black.
time.
We are very colored at the food college.
Well, thank you very much for enlightening us on that day. So
March
we will talk
14th.
about March 14th. Mark your calendars.
Yes.
And so we will have Stacy and Nikki Love, and I think we are headed towards the end of our show.
Yep.
Is that right? The producer's nodding their head. All right.
Your
Stacey-
mama's watching.
Oh,
My mama watching?
Mama, hey, Gigi. Hey, girl. My mama.
I was about to be scared. Like, here comes the text.
See, it's still there, ain't it?
It is like like for the wedding kiss. Like I still don't hold hands. Oh well, I will hold hands. We still don't really kiss. We're not like really affectionate in front of my mother because like there's a part of me feel like I'm gonna still get a whooping. Like
We took a road trip, and we was in the back, and she was just like, rearview mirror. You know, it was just like
so we just had our hands up like this.
Yeah,
we're just resting. We're
like
just.
teenagers again.
I feel like I'm like 16 when my mother is around. So
No, I am not marking March 16th.
see, you got the wrong day. 14.
Yeah, the 14th. I was just gonna do from the 10th to the 16th or something like that.
What?
I'm just saying, I
Get
got
some
high hopes.
cereal and a high five day. What's that?
Well, you want to feed me cereal?
Yes.
Hey,
Cereal and a high five day. All right, now it's time for our Stacy and Nikki Love segment where we like to give a little tidbit of love. Get loving.
Is this my time to exit? I feel like a third wheel. I'm out.
no, you cool. You cool.
He's such a perv. That day is not on the list there.
Another one got to work for fellas. Nah, I'm just joking.
Anyway, we got Stacy and Nikki Love. So, Stacy, do you have any love advice for our people based off of what we've talked about today?
Today, I'm going to say, learn what love is. Learn how you want to be loved. What's love to you. And don't sell yourself cheap on getting it. You know, set standards. And,
Yeah, standards are important.
you know, so.
Yeah,
And that goes for men and women.
I will agree. And you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, for my Stacy and Nikki Love, I would be the same. It would be along the same lines. Don't settle. You know, just because it seems good, there could be something that's better for you. And I'm not saying never get to a place to where you are happy, but I think you will know in your heart when you are with somebody that is God's best. And like we talked about last week, if you can't bump them up against the scripture of the love is patient, love is kind and stuff, he's not being very kind. He's laughing at my mistakes. But anyway, if you can't bump them up against that scripture, then they're most likely not the person for you. And don't settle just because you're lonely. And don't let one day determine your whole worth, people. It's just one day. And it was made up by some guy who wanted to marry the jailer's daughter. So try to think about that, you know, it's just one day. And how can I move through it and move on? Right? All right. So we want to thank you for joining us on this Super Bowl Sunday. You guys did not have to, but you did. And so we really appreciate it. We really appreciate the feedback and the comments and all that kind of stuff. Next week we will talk about the dating game, and we will have guests. We'll play a little round of the dating game, see how well the couples know each other, and talk about the different levels of dating and what's appropriate for Valentine's Day at certain levels of dating. Good?
That's good.
You want to say amen? Amen.
Amen.
All right. So again, I am Miss Nakilah.
And I'm Mr.
We
Major.
want to thank you for joining us this week on Speak On It, where we like to keep it fun, keep it real, and keep it aligned with the Word of God. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.